Okay, and so now we have the ever-present quiz, and so you're the only quizzee, so we're going to play Stump Dawn.
Let's see. Let's see. Sounds like a functional. Let's see, wait a sec, because I'm on a project too.
So functional, is that your final answer?
No, wait. Functional. A.
Yes, correct. In a functional organization, team members are more concerned with their daily functional activities necessarily than with the project activities, because remember, that's on the least project-oriented end of the spectrum. Okay, and question 2.
B.
You are correct. Very good. So, and remember, projectize is the ultimate overarching PMI goal in organizational structures. Not necessarily the structure of most organizations, and not necessarily the most efficient overall organization, but given no other context, that is the type of organization you should assume in a question. Okay, and number 3.
Let's see. No, that's the opposite. Okay. That's interesting. D.
B as in Bravo?
A D.
The actual answer is B as in Bravo.
Okay. So
the project life cycle, remember, depends on the control needs of the organization performing the project. So, and remember, you know, we want to look at project versus product, and make sure that we understand which item the question is asking after.
I read all them over, and I'm like, that doesn't sound 100% correct. Okay. The control needs of the performing organization. Okay.
Okay, question 4.
Which of the following is not included in the definition of a process? E.
Did you say D as in dog?
Yes.
Correct. That is the right answer. And again, a process doesn't need to be timely, because remember, none of this is particularly temporal in nature except as it applies to the project schedule. But processes themselves aren't necessarily particularly set to a time. Okay, and what does ITTO stand for?
Let's see.
Did you say C as in Charlie?
C as in Charlie.
Yes, correct. Inputs, tools, techniques, and outputs, and that's something you definitely need to know for the test. Okay, so to summarize this chapter, the PMO, if there is one, provides the policies, methodologies, tools, and templates for managing projects. Identifying the stakeholders and determining their requirements and communicating them regularly is an important role of a project manager. I don't know how much we said that in this section, but it is key to the success of a project, and we did talk about that yesterday. We talked about the 3 overarching types of organizations: functional, matrixed, and projectized, as they proceed in PMI's version of maturity, and that there were 3 subordinate to matrix type of organizations, which are weak, balanced, and strong. And the project life cycle begins at the initiation of a project and lasts until closure, while the product life cycle is the entire operational and maintenance phase, so in other words, from project concept to retirement. And then there are the 5 process groups that we've mentioned numerous times: initiating, planning, executing, monitoring, and controlling, and closing. And the project life cycle can be iterative in nature, and again, you can go through these process groups numerous times, and you can iterate among and between the process groups. And then there are 10 knowledge areas, as well as the 5 process groups, and those describe 49 processes, which are not necessarily evenly distributed across the knowledge areas and the process groups.